it's definitely a pause at the minimum. It's a pause on everything.
Oh yeah.
Pause on everything. Pause on the wedding. You said they was in the process of getting married, right?
They were engaged. I don't know how close they were.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I don't know how close they were.
Keep the
to
ring.
wedding
Yeah,
and
Keep the ring. Pack your stuff. You gotta go. You gotta go. This is just not working for me
So
anymore.
you gonna let her have the ring, but not the house?
I'm not buying a house for nobody's goofy ass just because they tell me to buy a house for them. That don't make sense.
Yo, welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lex. The podcast where men can have a safe space. We on all platforms. You need to tune in, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Welcome to Melody, the podcast where men can have a safe space. Welcome to Melody. Welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lex.
What's going on? You know what it is. You know what's happening. The place to be.
Yeah.
Back in the cave. Another edition of the Melly D's podcast. You know what's going on. It's your boy Melly Mel, a.k.a., Himothy, a.k.a. Mr. Get It Done. You know what it is.
All right.
And it's your boy T. Roy, a.k.a. He always got a word, a.k.a. I'm coming down your street and I am blasting you, a.k.a. You need to make sure that you be careful of everything you say because it's pause-worthy around.
It is
being
pause-worthy.
around these
Yeah,
guests.
it's pause-worthy. Yo, it's your boy Dr. Life Coach Lace, a.k.a. NBA old boy, a.k.a. your favorite hoochie daddy, a.k.a. Yes, I'm him, a.k.a. Let's Get It, a.k.a. Run your Easter outfits by somebody before you wear them because we go clown regardless.
Hey.
First of all, my Easter outfit was legit.
It was not.
It was.
You were dressed like
We
a
already. I was about to
60-year-old
say
white
that.
man.
No.
We already knew how you was coming.
First of all, a blue blazer.
White.
No, a blue blazer, white?
Yes.
It was the rest of the combination.
It's the combination.
With the khaki pants?
Exactly.
Yes.
That's exactly what we're saying.
But the khaki pants is supposed to brighten it up because Easter you wear, brighter clothes.
Nah.
And if I went blue pants, I was wearing a full blue suit. And that's not how
See, the
Easter's
thing
supposed
is, you
to
wore
be.
khakis.
Right.
You didn't wear like a chino or a slack or something like. Those are different types of
Khaki.
pants.
What? No, they were chinos. I call all brown slacks khakis.
Okay, so you wore khaki colored chinos
Yes.
with the blue blazer
With the blue blaze.
and the penny loafers.
Yes. No, I did not. You slid
He
one by me.
said, "Yeah, too fast."
No, with the black shoes, you know what I'm saying? With the
So you wore-
argyle tie.
You
So
wore a
you
blue
wore
blazer
blue
with black
blazer.
shoes.
We already talked about this, man. Why we putting me back on
You
front?
brought it
No,
up.
Yeah.
because Lace had mentioned it, and I knew what he was
I was
talking
not.
about.
I was just saying
Gonna
it.
let it rock. You brought it up. I'm just
I
saying
didn't
you
know
put
you had on
yourself
black
out there.
shoes with it though.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
No. I had on brown boots.
Oh, okay.
Brown
Gotcha.
boots.
Yes.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Troy.
We're getting there. We getting there.
Progress, bro.
We getting there. Growth.
Growth.
Okay.
Growth.
So last episode we talked about growth. Part of my growth is embracing I can't always dress for comfort because presentation is everything.
You can dress for comfort and still look put together. I dress for comfort. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's
Well,
what it is.
that's what I like to think about myself.
I'm not saying that. I can only speak for me. For me. So you gotta be comfortable in that.
Ain't nothing wrong with dressing for comfort, Troy.
Nothing wrong with
I
it.
just don't want you to feel like when you walk away from these conversations that something's wrong with dressing for comfort. Because there's nothing wrong with dressing for comfort. I just want to make that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I just want to make that clear.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Comfort is what comfort means to you.
Right.
All right. You know.
Right.
So some people feel comfortable in a suit or whatever, and other people I don't feel comfortable in that. So
Right.
comfort is subjective. I put it that way.
But isn't everything subjective?
That's how they make it these days.
It is. It's subjective until you get around two of the most critical niggas you know. And then everything is scrutinized.
But it's still subjective though, because my opinion is subjective, whether it's scrutinized or not. It's still subjective.
That is true. That is true.
It's how you take it, and that's the thing. It's how people take on offense.
But I'm gonna take you back to terrific kid Troy,
Right,
okay,
right.
who is sensitive, okay,
Uh-huh.
and he still lives within me.
Okay,
Okay.
respect.
And so when subjective opinions.
All right. I won't say nothing else about
See,
you,
and that's the
man.
thing. Is I don't mind. Y'all know me. I love a good roast.
Absolutely.
I love a good roast. So keep it coming.
But it don't be roast. It don't be roasting though. It be
Yeah,
just,
we don't be roasting.
It just be saying something.
Nah, I know.
It's the difference between a roast and me just,
Absolutely.
you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So we don't be roasting you, bro. But you be giving us a lot of ammo to
Lot
use.
of-
If we
lot
can be honest, people, even the listeners have said that before. They've sent us comments and they say, "Why does Troy keep giving them ammo? Why does Troy keep giving them ammo to
Verbatim.
use
Why does Troy keep
on these episodes?" And it just happens. It just happens.
Yeah.
You give it to us. We play off what pause, what you provide, and then
a lot of Ayo moments with
That's
Troy.
it.
You gonna get a lot of Ayo moments.
Here's the thing. It's not Ayo if I'm comfortable in my Ayo-ness.
Hey yo,
If it's,
I'm trying to see if I want to bring it up or not. I'm trying to see if I want to bring it up or not.
bring it up.
Is this fair? I want to see if this is fair or not. I thought it was an Ayo moment. Lace thought it was an Ayo because it was
Yeah.
wild. All right, I'm gonna just say it.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna look at the camera. Hey yo, look at me right now, y'all. Hey, so we go Shakes, get something to eat, right? We go to Wingstop. Shout out the Lemon Pepper.
Yeah.
So we on the way to Wingstop. We pulling up to the drain. We about to get there. Out of nowhere, Troy sees a strange black man walking on the sidewalk. And he got a little bop to him. He got a little bop, whatever. And Troy is like, out of nowhere, Troy goes, "Man, that dude is suffering from big penis syndrome." I said, what? What, nigga? What are you talking about? He was like, "Hey, man, you ain't see the way that dude was walking with his legs all wide open?
Hey, cut
He's
this
suffering
out
from
the
big
episode.
penis syndrome."
Cut this out the episode.
I said,
Cut this out the episode.
he said, "Y'all ain't see it?" No, I didn't see it because I'm not looking for big penis syndrome niggas walking around.
For cocks
Listen.
on goddamn Wilkerson Street.
It was meant to be a joke. I thought everybody was looking in the same direction I was, so we could all laugh at it. But wasn't nobody laughing with me because it was like, "Hey, yo, what are you talking about?"
Hey, yo.
Ayo, major Ayo.
So that's what I was saying. Like, stuff like that. That's when you put it out there and it be like, "Hey, bro, you gotta chill."
You gotta chill. Yo.
You
out
gotta
of pocket
chill.
Right now.
You
out
gotta
of pocket
chill.
right now.
That was wild, though.
That is wild. I'm gonna cut that out the episode.
No, don't cut it out.
The
Leave it in there now.
possibility was definitely extreme. The possibility.
And what was funny is I think both of us was about to let it slide for a minute because we didn't know what to say. But then it was just too much to not say anything about. So they were just like, "Hey, yo."
I wouldn't be a good friend if I didn't say, "Hey, yo, you wildin' right now."
Yeah, you gotta hold
But
it
now
on,
we
bro.
know you look for, you know what I mean?
I don't look for it, Lace. I observe life, okay? I observe life.
Now we know.
And
what
I
you-
make correlations where I can make correlations.
All right,
That's fine.
all good. Keep up the good
I ain't gonna
work.
hold it against you,
Keep
bro.
up the good
Last
work.
episode, I had analogy after analogy after analogy.
You did,
Because I
bro.
make correlations.
Hey, you talked to me wild in front of company. So I was going for sure.
That's why he bought it up.
I was for sure was about to bring
that's
up
why
this
he
big
brought it
That's
penis
why he
syndrome.
bought it up. That's why he bought it up.
Because the way you was talking on the last episode, I was like, "Hey, you supposed to pull me to the
that's
side
why
and
he
let
bought
me
it
know
up.
that."
Yeah, that's why he bought that up.
Then
Then tried to incorporate me in it, like hey, we was driving to get there they late. Yeah, that's how he did that. That's
You
how
was
he
doing
did
that though. It's all good.
it's always
Oh, man.
always the little guy.
It's
Nah,
always
man,
good.
It's crazy.
It's always the little guy.
What we talking, fellas?
I think you got the topic for today.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's right. All right, so I was perusing the internet like I usually do.
The internet.
Yes.
I was scrolling the gram.
Yes.
My favorite app, my screen time says so. And I saw a video, I think it was on Spiritual Word,
Okay.
where and I don't know what TV show it's from. I've never seen a TV show. It was like a 1 minute clip, 1.5 minute clip. And this guy and his I'm assuming his fiance were going back and forth about purchasing a home.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking to her about basically still working to get his finances in order, paying off his degree, saving up a little bit more money for what they want to do. And she's talking about we need to get a house like now, like move quickly to buy this house. And he's figuring out what's the rush. And he listing off all the reasons why he don't think that that's a good idea right now.
Right.
And she basically like, yeah, well, you gotta get to it because you need to buy me a house. So then he pauses and he's like, what you mean I gotta buy you a house? He like, don't you mean like
Come against it what?
he basically like, don't you mean like we need to buy a house? Like we need to be or whatever. And she's like, no, it ain't no we. She like, you supposed to buy me a house. You supposed to do it. I don't have no plans on contributing to purchasing this house. You gonna need to buy me this house. So then you could tell he's like changing his mind about wanting to get married.
Okay.
Like immediately. I can see his brain working. He's like, I no longer think this woman is for me. You can see it on his face.
Right.
Because she basically left it with like, this is who I am. My mind's not going to change about what I'm saying. I have friends and I know other people whose husbands have bought them houses. So you need to buy me a house or whatever. So
I brought this up a couple episodes. Don't go on vacations until you know a person if they crazy or not.
I don't know if that's quote unquote crazy, but it was just the surprise on his face of like,
right.
I didn't even know you thought this way.
Right.
I didn't even think that was a thing. And then knowing how he had already expressed, he wasn't necessarily confident in his financial situation at the time because he started reeling off all the stuff that he wanted to take care of.
Yeah.
Now he's like, so now I got to do all that, and you think I'm gonna be able to just buy you a house, and then not only just a house because it can't be just any house.
Oh, yeah,
it's gonna have to be
the house.
The house, you know. So it got me to thinking, how would you feel, or how would most men feel in that situation or respond if they felt like they were moving in the direction of marriage or some long-term commitment with someone, and then out of nowhere they just like, I don't want to contribute to nothing financially that we got going on. You got to do it all. And I'm going to do whatever with my money the way I want to do with my money, and you do basically whatever. So I was looking at him, and I could just see his spirit leaving as the comments, was going forward. And I was like, that's a wild situation to be in, especially if you haven't discussed it. And it was clear that they hadn't. They hadn't talked about it or whatever, and she just threw it on him. So then I was like, how would most other men react in a situation like that, where if their woman came to them and was like, look, it's on you. You make it shake, I'm gonna be over here in the background.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Good luck with that.
Well, I'll jump out the window and I'll say my desire would be to purchase my wife a house, right? Like, to think about taking care of your princess, your queen, you know what I'm saying? Making sure that she's, it would be a medal on my jacket to say, oh, I accomplished this. You know what I'm saying? It would be a great accomplishment. However, considering if I was that man in that similar situation, and I have discussed that, hey, I got some things I want to do financially, this, my desire is for me to do this for you. However, I don't foresee myself being in that position, right? So it's a whole conversation, and then I would have to present, this should be something that we do together. Yeah. Because you knew me when we first hooked up. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. What it is. So yeah, that's probably would be my response.
Very simple. It's a no from me.
We're gonna call this the no corner.
The writing is on the wall. If that is the expectation, then you about to be set up for a lifetime of hurt and erroneous expectations that you're trying to meet. Now, some individuals would do it, but we not doing that, because at the end of the day, if it's mine, it's mine. If that's the mindset, I don't agree with that mindset, but if it's mine, it's mine. If it's yours, it's yours. If you're using your coin for what you want to use it for, you're not gonna tell me how to use that. You're not gonna tell me how to use mine with that same concept.
Sure.
So absolutely not. At the end of the day, I understand some men want to be breadwinners. They want to provide. They want to. Yeah. All those things. I get that. But for me, it is the approach and the expectation, how that was presented. Nah, we're not doing that. That's crazy as hell.
You know what? I didn't think about it till you just said it. She took a claim to his money already.
Right. Yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
Nah.
You made it in your mind, my money is going to be spent on you.
Right. and you get to do whatever you want.
But you get to do whatever you want.
Right? Yeah. That's why I said you about to sign up for a lifetime.
But make it even worse. The crazy part was, at the end of it, she was like, "Yeah, you'll buy the house, but I'll be on the deed."
Absolutely.
Why would I put you on the deed?
Absolutely not.
No.
Why would I
Absolutely
put you
not.
on the deed?
No.
If
Never.
I'm buying the house.
Never.
And that situation right there makes total sense as to why that soccer player, y'all did hear about that soccer player? I was gonna bring it up.
Yeah.
I forgot. I don't know his name. But the soccer player, his wife is divorcing him. She wants half.
She thought she was gonna get half.
She
That's
wants
why she
half.
tried to divorce him.
Yes, exactly. Not even, and she didn't even realize her husband got everything in his mama name.
And put it in your mama name.
First of all, I want to know what made him do that. Did he already know
He
that?
had to have
before
a
he-
inkling.
But he had to have that set up before they even got together.
Absolutely.
That's
Because
what-
all of his career savings have
But
apparently.
he probably been
or
playing
payments
since he
were-
was 16 or something like
probably
that.
true.
So it may
that
have been.
makes sense.
So all
You know
of
what I mean?
most like 80% of his assets and all of his soccer checks go to his mama.
Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense that he's always had that set up. First of all, should we question him? Why haven't you changed that though? It worked out in his favor, but my question is, why didn't you never
but
change
bro,
It
that?
probably what I was about to say. It probably for the reason why he's doing right now.
He a tax
Like
write-off.
protecting
Mama's
himself.
still getting a tax write-off till he 20-something. I don't know how. I mean,
That's
that's how it goes. I don't know how it is in the country that they're in because they're abroad. But you know what I mean. It was definitely a savvy business move. So or he
Definitely
may
savvy.
have peeped something when he was dating Shorty. You know what I'm saying? It was just like she out to get, or she's only here for the fortune and fame.
City Boys up 500. Or that's why
Absolutely.
he probably went into that relationship feeling comfortable because he already knew that his assets couldn't be taken.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think that he did that knowing that he was gonna get with her. I think that he already had that
Had it in
set up
place,
in general,
yeah.
and no matter who he would have married, it would have been the same situation.
But to your point from previous episodes, she should have been asking the question.
She
Should've
should have
been
been asking the questions.
Asking the question.
And she set herself up.
Set herself up.
She saw
Get a job, baby. Get a job, baby.
she saw him, saw dollar signs, and was like, "We getting it,"
We here. We
and
arrived.
didn't even check the financials.
We've arrived. So and that goes to the point. If you gonna be like that, because a lot of people are men, women, otherwise, they'll get with somebody to benefit from what they can provide them, and they aren't bringing anything to the table.
Right.
So if you go do that, you got to be working your stuff on the back end to
Right.
make sure you straight if it dissolves. But people don't go into it like that.
And that's the thing. Okay, let's say for instance he buys the house, right? He puts everything in his name. What if he die?
Oh yeah, she
Now
gone.
everything on you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying if he didn't pay for everything up front, now everything on you.
Yeah.
And so you got to be prepared.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? He might have a claim on his life, but that claim ain't gonna pay for the house that
Right,
you wanted.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So you got to be willing to have a hustle at the same time.
I feel it. What are you bringing to the table?
What are you bringing to the
what
table?
are you bringing to the table?
Because
Yeah, or you can find out it ain't no table. You ain't even got shit. Short ain't even got no table. Ain't no table.
No legs.
That's mama table.
that's mama and them table. Now I bet you it's gonna be a bunch of men from now on putting stuff in their mama name.
I mean, but you gotta think
It's
some
too late
people's
for
mamas ain't with it either. So
But I was thinking to
you know what I'm
myself,
saying?
you know how much faith he got to have in his mama to do
Oh,
that, though?
absolutely.
Like how much belief and trust in his mama he got
Yeah.
to put all his money over there
Yeah.
and just believe that she gonna do right by him.
Yeah,
That's
I
real.
forgot what athlete right now used the image of her son, sold the image of her son. The son is the athlete. The mama sold his image to somewhere, and now he's in a custody battle with his mom because she sold his likeness to somewhere, and I forgot who it was. But yeah, you right. You know, mama don't know. Mama don't pay the bill every once in a while.
Yeah.
Now your whole thing that you set up
Jacked up.
gone.
That's a cold game.
It's a cold game.
But regardless of status or relationship connection, money can make you do some wild things, man.
Yeah, it
Money
really
make you
can.
do some wild things.
It really
I
can.
believe the street philosopher Rick Ross had a song that said "Money make me," you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Money make me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So.
money.
He was
make
trying
me
to
come.
bleep it out. He
I
was trying to.
to-
Oh, I
he
got
trying
you,
to.
got you.
He was trying to
Yeah,
bleep.
so-
Trying to bleep.
Well, you added lyrics to my song the other day when I said I want the money and the cars.
I know,
No,
but we
but,
was-
you more wholesome. I mean, I have an image to upkeep. You on the other hand, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know you wholesome. So.
Hey, so that's a wild game. But I would just say, like, in general, it's one thing to get on the internet and get on social media and hear all these 1% niggas talking about if you ain't buying your girl this, if you ain't taking care of this, you there.
Right.
If you ain't, you know,
I'm that.
you know what I'm saying? That it's different.
That.
It's different to hear that than to be in a relationship with someone who you think is right here with you.
Right.
And then they turn around and start spitting 1% language at you like,
right.
You gonna have to. I ain't.
Nah,
you know,
player.
you on your own, bro.
Yeah.
Nah,
you on your own.
Yeah.
So do you leave? What do you do?
At that point, for me, knowing that we've never discussed it, she got two options. You contribute, and we buy this house together, or I buy a house, and you go buy whatever I say. The house that I pick is the house we gonna live in.
Mm-hmm.
The rules I make is the rules
You
that I make.
You took that a different route than what I would have taken.
That's a good point.
I'm
You
just
took that a
saying,
different
if
route
you
than
don't
what I
want
would
to, if you don't want to put in none of the work for the stuff, if we never talked about it, and this is where we are right now, those are two options you got.
It's only one option.
We do this together and contribute, or
it's only one option for me.
I make all the rules. And I'm just saying it because of that way. But I'm also like Troy. If I was a 1% nigga and I had a bag and I had all that, it wouldn't even matter.
It's
right.
It would not matter. I'm just saying.
It's
but coming to me as if you just entitled to it.
First
it's
of all,
the attitude,
you're
right?
not entitled to nothing. Number two, and she gone. We not doing that. We not, because for one, it's the audacity, and that's the problem that I had.
I can feel you.
It's the audacity that you even coming to me with this foolishness, and you're only solely looking out for yourself. You're not looking out for me and my best interest. If I'm telling you I got this lined up, I'm taking care of this, that, and the third, you're not even considering me in what you're trying to obtain. So we done.
True. It's
nothing to do. Why would I sign up to do this for you? Put you in a position where you living comfortably. Now I still got to grind because if something goes wrong in the house, this, that, and the third, that's on me.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Yeah.
We good over here. I can do that by myself.
I can do bad all by myself. It's definitely a pause at the minimum. It's a pause on everything.
Oh yeah.
Pause on everything. Pause on the wedding. You said they was in the process of getting married, right?
They were engaged. I don't know how close they were.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I don't know how close they were.
Keep the ring. You know what I mean? Keep the ring. Pack your stuff. You gotta go. You gotta go. This is just not working for me anymore.
So you gonna let her have the ring, but not the house?
I'm not buying a house for nobody's goofy ass just because they tell me to buy a house for them. That don't make sense. That don't make sense.
But it's a pause on everything. We gotta stop. We gotta reevaluate. Obviously, you're not the person that I anticipated you to be, because when I met you, you was working. That's the thing, bro. When I met you, you was working. You was a boss. You was a boss B, or all this case may be, and I claim to be whatever I claim to be. Cool. So as a boss, are you anticipating me to then take over as the boss for you? I don't know, because what you presented at first is not what you presenting moving forward.
They were trying to delegate. That was the only role as a boss that they were playing.
But she didn't say she was going to stop working. She was going to keep doing
she was
her
gonna
work.
do
She
her
was
for
going to keep
her.
do her thing. Whatever she do with her money, she do with her money.
So
Right.
my whole life has to go towards you.
Right.
Basically.
And you get to do whatever your whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Pack it up, baby. Pack it up, baby. Matter of fact, I would be like the nigga on, what was that, Diary of a Mad Black Woman?
Oh.
Call the moving company for you. I call the moving company for you.
Hey, he was a smooth criminal, wasn't he? He was a smooth criminal.
That dude has never been a good character in any movie.
Oh, never, ever.
In
Never.
anything I've ever seen him in,
Ever.
he's
No.
never been on the right side
Ever.
of
No.
goodness.
No.
Ever.
Never. I've never seen him on anything good. But he played a good villain. He played a
Oh, yeah.
really
He got
good
the villain down.
I could not see myself pursuing beyond that point of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We have to now go seek counseling. We need some spiritual guidance also. I need to go talk to your mama and say who raised you. You know what I'm saying? We everything's on hold. Everything's on hold. We got to talk about this right now.
But how do you bounce back from that? Because you saying things are on hold, you putting resources in the council and this, that, and the third. They showed you who they are. What more do you need to
Okay.
see?
But
to
she
know that
clearly
this some bullshit?
she didn't even show it though. She said it. This who I am.
Right.
And I'm not changing my mind.
Right.
She said it out. She did said it clear.
So
like this
what
is
more
who I
do you
am
need
and
to
I'm not
see to
changing
say,
my mind.
Okay.
I'm not doing this.
So if not changing your mind, if changing your mind is not an option, it's a wrap.
Okay.
It's a wrap.
So you either contribute and change your mind, or you do everything I say.
And we know
Or
the
you
latter
can take
ain't gonna
Lace
happen.
route, or you could take Lace route. I'm just saying though.
We
No,
know
that's
that
the
the latter
reality.
ain't gonna
I'm
happen.
just saying that's the demand.
No, it's
Because
really
the
one
ball's
option.
in my court.
You mean you can say it's 3, but it's really 1. You can say it's 3, it's really 1. You
Yeah,
gotta go.
But I know a lot of, okay, maybe I don't know a lot of men personally, but there are probably a handful of men or more who would probably have taken that and felt like they need to work harder to do X, Y, and Z.
Right, but that's the
know what I'm saying?
narcissism.
I'm
That
just
is
saying,
the-
but
that
I'm
is
just
the
saying, like-
sociopathic behavior that we let ride in some instances, and you find yourself doing killing yourself for somebody else, and they just out here willy nilly doing whatever. Nah, player.
So I am men. I am men because I don't know, or I'm just realizing that not everything is set in stone. A lot of things are negotiable, right? So she gave this information, all right, was a compromise and going back and forth. And I realize that's how things should be.
Mm-hmm.
But when I like you and when I want you,
Sin.
I'm willing to compromise.
That's sin.
Okay.
And that is big
That's
sin.
sin.
That is
That's
big
sin.
sin. And so, but I'm in my age, or as I'm growing in wisdom, I'm coming to realize, I don't have to accept that if I don't want to.
Right.
I don't have to accept that if I don't want to. And I shouldn't have to.
Right.
If you got non-negotiables, okay, if 2 non-negotiables come together, who wins? So you say, I'm not going to move forward unless you're paying for my house. Well, I'm not moving forward unless we compromise or whatever. Then
It's done.
it's done.
Very simple. Simple math. It's simple math.
Simple math. I'm just saying, if I was already a 1%er, this wouldn't be a thing.
But that's.
I'm just saying because I
know-
would
understand
already
that for you.
expect it. I'm just
I
saying in
understand that
general.
for you. But if I'm a 1%, I'm still not doing it. I'm still not doing it.
Because if she's like this or they are like that in this instance, it's a possibility they could be like this in other instances. too.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not doing it. 1% or not. Yeah, don't
So
make
your
sense.
issue is the entitlement.
Yes, it's the entitlement.
If she were to come in
Yeah.
and say that,
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy.
Because
That's
then there's going
nutty as hell.
to be entitlement over the children.
Anything.
There's going to be entitlement over the vacations. There's going to be entitlement over what religion you practice. You know what I'm saying? It's entitlement over everything.
Yet she's still doing her thing, building her bag in whatever capacity that she sees fit. Nah, not doing that. We can do that separate. We don't have to do this together. Buy your own house. I mean, it's very simple. Very
Or
simple.
find somebody else.
That will.
That will.
Yeah, that's what they say, don't they? It's always somebody who'll do what you want, right?
That is true.
Find that nigga somewhere. I don't know where he at, but find him.
good
somewhere.
luck. Lace like good luck.
Lace made a good point, though. It's the audacity.
This the audacity, man.
It's the audacity to think that you already had this preconceived notion before we even met each other. So you knew that before we got together, you was going to manipulate me.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We good. We good over here.
All right, Lace might be changing my mind.
I think he's changing my mind, too. Because
Lace might be changing my mind.
when you dig deeper into it, it's a
Yeah.
little bit more than what
A
it
lot
what it
of
presented.
times as men, we look at it at the physical level, the conversation, the engagement, we're responding to what was proposed, rather than the emotional toll that would take, or really walking in our emotion and expressing like, no, why would I give of myself to you in this way, but you aren't giving of yourself to me?
Right.
What the hell? No. Absolutely not.
All right, Lace changing my mind.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Lace changing my mind.
Would it be reasonable to, okay, so let's flip it. If the person that you're with before y'all started getting together presented it like, hey, I've always had this desire for my husband to buy me a house. And it was proposed. It was like, this is not a make or break,
Right.
but this is what I've desired.
A desire is different from a
Mandate.
expectation or a mandate.
Yeah, that's good.
So desires, I have a lot of desires that I don't pursue or that I know that I may not obtain.
Right.
But that's different from saying this is a non-negotiable. You either go do it or you not. And maybe it's just me because I have somewhat of a issue with authority across the board in some ways. Because I'm just not going to do it because you said, nah, you're not coming at me like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, yeah, no, a desire is different from a non-negotiable.
Lace, I think you have won the room.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
But the desire would be for me to buy my lady a house.
Right.
It is.
And that's
The
cool.
desire
And
would
that's
be
cool.
to do that. Would be to do.
And there's nothing wrong with
you know,
that. But that's like telling
finances and
her,
whatnot.
look, you giving up the yams 4 days,
Oh, rip.
4 days a week.
I'm on that Scottie Pippen
Yeah,
package.
you know what I'm saying? I'm on that
Scottie
Scotty pack. I'm on that Scotty pack. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
any time of day, whatever
Right.
time
You
I
know
come
what
in the
I mean?
house.
So that's just what it is. Or I want three hot meals a day, even if I don't eat it. I want you to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, so that will be my next question. So if this is what you anticipate, then what are you giving back in return?
Right. All right.
What is the return rate on this
Return
house?
on the investment.
If it's balanced, it's balanced.
Right.
But I'm just saying. But the
So-
way that
okay,
but the way
so
that
let's
she
just-
was talking, it wasn't gonna be
wasn't
no.
gonna be no balance.
It wasn't gonna be no patty pies and no Scotty Pitt play. It was basically like you buy me the house.
Right.
I'm gonna keep getting my bag. I'm gonna do my money what I do. My money.
Nah.
What if the reply was? What if the negotiation was? Yes, my expectation was for my husband to buy me a house, and in return, it was bebop every single day. You
So-
feel?
No, I'm not sold on that. 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 So let's just say hypothetically.
Where do I sign?
No, let's just say hypothetically, the house is $500,000.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
How much bebop is worth $500,000?
She said every day.
Every day? For how long though?
I'm on the Scotty Pitt
A
pack.
30 you on
That's
a
20 year,
a
20
20
plus
20
years.
year 25 so you just gonna say as long as the mortgage is in
Hey.
20-year mortgage every day for 20
It don't
years.
gotta be.
How many days
maybe,
is that?
Oh, maybe if it was maybe maybe we adjust
Every
the
day for
contract.
20 years.
Maybe we adjust the contract to on demand.
Okay.
So then it's whenever I feel like I need it, and it's not an actual set number.
Nah, I'm going with the if I were to do this, I'm going with the length of the mortgage every day. So if we do a 25-year mortgage every day for 25 years, that's what I expect. Every day. And I guarantee they wouldn't sign up for that.
No, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't sign up for
They
that.
wouldn't sign up for that.
They probably wouldn't sign up for that.
365 for 25 years. 7,300 months.
This nigga can count.
That's really good
That's
math.
what it's gonna be.
And I didn't even check it to make sure it's right, but it sound about right. It sound about right.
I don't know, man.
What? Hey,
I don't know. I might take the deal.
you're crazy.
I might take the deal.
You're crazy. Why? What? How
Because
are you
why not?
benefiting from that? What you're receiving, you can get anywhere. So how are you benefiting from just having from that?
I mean, that's what they say. You can get it from anywhere.
You can.
until you've been married for 12 years,
You can still get it from
and
anywhere.
then you feel like you're trying to rebuy something you already purchased every other day.
Hey man,
Hey, this has been the Manly Beef Podcast. We appreciate you all. We in the studio.
We be saying that all the time. You can get it from anywhere. You can get it from anywhere.
You can.
And do you
nigga.
know how many niggas is not getting it from everywhere?
That's what they choose not to.
I'm just saying, not choose not, but can't come up on it. There was a study talking about a whole bunch of men that ain't had sex all year because they
Nah,
can't
that's
come
wild.
up on
That's
that
wild.
joint. It's
That's
why I'm
wild.
just saying that the whole
That's
anywhere
wild.
can get it anywhere.
man, where you be getting these studies?
right. It's no
It
way.
be on. Okay, first of all, I don't know how reliable they are. It usually be the internet.
This nigga got a study from. Goddamn.
From a Cracker Jack box.
Okay, so I usually follow reliable sources on the internet, and then
Okay.
when they post something, I usually will go read the article to try to get context around what they're talking about. So,
Gotcha.
I
So
don't
it said
guess-
how many men have not had what?
it was a percentage. It was just a large percentage of men who have not had sex at all in like the last 12 months.
That's
not
crazy.
by choice,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
I feel
they
it, I
can't
feel it.
compete. They can't compete. They can't come up on it. They can't, whatever.
Now these
See,
are
that's what I find. That's what I would find is hard to believe.
What?
That they can't come up on it and they don't know how to engage, I guess, in that or whatnot. That's what's wild.
actually I believe that because engagement today is completely different from. Dang, I'm about to sound old. It's completely different from how we used to engage.
Oh well, maybe you gotta get you with me because I'm good in any decade, any century, any. I'm good in any.
Look at
I'm
this
good in
nigga.
any.
Lowering the table. You lowering
Come
the table,
on,
nigga.
man.
Lift the
That's
table
how
up,
it is,
nigga.
my
I was
bad.
gonna try to
Lift
play
the
it
table
off.
up, bro.
This
Now
new
let it back up just a
technology.
little
Lift
bit.
the table back up.
This
Just
new
a little bit.
technology.
Just push the up button. It's
I
gotta be a
did.
up. Go up a
New
little
tech-
bit more,
new-
nigga.
New technology.
All right,
All right, right
My
there.
bad.
God, dog,
New
nigga.
technology.
God,
I'm good in any decade. Just know that.
But yeah, I mean, the best that a lot of people nowadays can communicate is via social media, and then they be awkward. They're awkward.
Oh, that's fine. Because again, that's where niggas is getting this sliding in anyway.
That is true. If
What?
You don't even have to engage.
social media has created the net to be a little bit
Yeah,
wider. As far
you
as
ain't gotta
ability to cast
engage.
out. So I don't know why
You
cats-
swipe, you slide, you whatever else you do.
and that's the reason.
Shit, I don't fucking know. I'm just saying.
I believe 100% that there is a large amount of men that cannot come up on yams as easily as other men.
I
And
agree
I
with
believe
that.
there's
No, I agree with that.
Despite what y'all saying about the net being cast wide and the internet and everything else making it easily accessible, I can 100% believe that there's a lot of men
It's
that
hard
do
for me to
by
believe.
choice.
That's hard
Because
for me to believe.
the way, I don't have this problem, but the way that the women are choosing these days their partners and how they're qualifying them,
I ain't talking about none of that.
Nigga.
I ain't talking about none of that. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right.
But that's a factor, though.
What?
The qualification process,
qualifications.
nigga.
Y'all, we're talking about two different things.
No, we not.
Yes, we are. You talking about a qualification to be in a relationship?
No, nigga, qualification to give up the yams.
Nah,
There is a
that bar
qualification.
has been low. It's low.
It's low if you
The
have
bar
a
is
certain.
low.
It's low if you have a certain status in the community. It's low if you have a certain financial status. It's low if you have a high enough quality look to where you can get away with it. If you are one of these other, I ain't gonna quote Kevin Samuels, but you know what type of niggas he be talking to. If you one of them, it's very good chance that you in that group.
Right, right.
It's been hard for me to come. You ain't gonna come up on there everywhere. All right, I'm just saying. And the study showed, another study I saw in the Cracker Jack box was, you know what I'm saying? The top 10% of men are sleeping with most of the women. All the women talking to the same dude. Most of them. You see a dude that got a lot of baby mamas. I'm just using Future because that's the first person that came to my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Future, Nick Cannon, stuff like that. One guy, 5, 6, 7 different women, child.
Sure.
One guy, and those 5, 6 different women probably had 10 other guys that they could have talked to or gave up the yams to. They chose not to because they all value or shooting for the same person.
Or they
Look,
could have
feel,
been
whatever.
Or they could have been shooting for the same person while still giving up the yams to these other niggas.
Bro, I got a sister. Her birthday is in a couple days. My other sister, by the same father, is 5 days after hers. He got 2 joints at one time, pregnant. At a completion of his lifetime, he's had at least 4 baby mamas. There's a possibility that there's a bunch more.
See?
The elites, I don't want to say the elites. There are certain people who are keeping all the yams to themselves.
For real.
And they are being permitted to do so.
Mm.
And the crazy part about my dad and, his situation is the women knew about the other women.
Right. So that's why it's hard for me to believe there is a certain standard. Now, granted, there is a standard for some people do have certain standards and moral compass that they live by. But in the example that you just gave, they knew about each other.
They knew
About each other. So yeah, I mean, like I said, everybody's circumstance is different, but it's hard for me to believe, and maybe just because I know how a lot of niggas get down, and I know ain't nobody hurting for that. But you know what I'm saying.
But your circle also.
I didn't say my circle. Let's make sure that we document. I ain't say it's my circle now.
I ain't mean circle like close circle, whatever, like that. I mean like guys usually hang out with men that they believe are equal status or stature. So most of the guys that you come across are probably in a similar situation. Most of the guys that you will commune with are probably in a similar situation as you, or a similar quality of life as you. So they might have a similar experience of not being in the bottom 80% that can't come up on no yams. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you keep coming across you because that's who you associate with. That's kind of how we roll. We hang out with people who we feel are on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Respect.
So you ain't gonna have no yam list. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if you with me, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
That's splat.
All right, so.
So what's the moral of the story?
I ain't gonna say it's a moral, bro. I just think that number one, if that's what you want to do, I'll say if that's what you want to do, if you're a guy and that's what you want to do, go ahead.
Yes.
If you're on the fence or in between, I would say stop listening to these niggas on the internet.
Right, all right.
Telling you that you ain't you can't buy your lady a house and all your income and all that type of stuff. Do what you can do for you. Find you a woman with a like mind like you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Y'all build together. Don't be taking all that unrealistic pressure on yourself because everybody ain't gonna be 1%. We know that everybody can't be 1%.
True.
You can work as hard as you want to work. You ain't gonna be rich.
Right.
Working hard don't get you riches, technically. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of them. I just say don't listen to it because I know that they won't talk in that talk until they was a 1%.
Right.
Sure,
if you could show me back in the archives where one of them 1% niggas was speaking that same language when they was trying to come up and they ain't had no bread and they was letting their lady go to work while they was at home trying to get their stuff off or whatever like that, then I'd probably rock with you. But most of them don't talk like that until they reach a certain level of status and then they try to look down on you because you're not in a similar situation. So I'm saying don't take on that pressure. Do what works best for you. Find you a woman with a like mind. Y'all grow, build together. That's how I say it.
And if purchasing a home ain't on your to-do list, then don't do it. Facts. For yourself or for, I mean, because some people, let's be real, that's not something that they want to do. We've seen, a lot of people, it was a study that stated that more people are renting for longer and won't purchase homes anymore. You know
why is that?
So, for various reasons, the market, qualifications, all that kind of stuff.
Affordability, flexibility.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you can still have more money in your pocket by renting versus buying your home, depending on the expenses and type, your lifestyle.
So at the end of the day, do what works for you.
So it's a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And know what everybody's bringing to the table ahead of time.
Yeah.
Don't be at the point of proposal or being engaged and you just now realizing who this person is.
Mm-hmm.
I said it once. I said it before. Quit going on vacations with each other. Figure out who they is before y'all start making these big commitments.
Right.
We've been talking about relationships a lot the last,
We have.
Yeah.
We got to move on.
We have.
Got to.
We have.
We got to move on. We got to find something else.
We've dropped a lot of knowledge for the people.
A lot of homework. A lot of knowledge.
Well, since we talking about that, Mel, we were presenting the opportunity for people to ask us questions.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
On our social media. Make sure you're going to our Instagram. You're checking that out. To be able to figure out how you can ask us questions. We are your neighborhood hope dealers, and so we definitely want to share whatever wisdom or knowledge that we got, or our ignorance, whichever one of them.
Oh yeah,
whichever one of them you really want. So drop your questions. We would love to answer them because we're only here because of you.
Yeah.
We're only here because of you, and we're only going to go where we are going is because of your support. So definitely be on the lookout for that on our socials.
You see how he tried to pull on the heartstrings right there?
That's what he do.
Because of you.
That's what
'Cause of
pastors
you.
do. That's what pastors
What are
do.
you gonna do
That's what pastors do.
to make this a full-time gig for me?
Hey, so if you're watching this on YouTube, in the description, there's a link to ask us a question if you have, like Troy said, something that you want us to answer for you, or if you just want us to talk about a certain topic. Fill out the form, click the link. There is a form. It'll come straight to us or whatever. If you're not watching us on YouTube, go to our Instagram page, Mainly D's Podcast. There's a link there. Click the link. You'll see another link to the question form as well, and all the other places that you can access our audio and video.
Follow the links.
Make it happen. Go get it. And as always, if you have not downloaded the Dystopia app, I don't know what you're waiting on. This is my third time saying it. Go head to the Google Play Store, Apple App Store. Download the app. It's free to create, 100% free to create, and it's also black owned. Again, need I say more? Go ahead and take
You should
care of
support
that.
it just because it's black.
Just because it's
owned.
black.
It's
If
black
anything else, you know what I'm saying?
Or you really should just support it because I'm black and I'm on it.
Right. Fact.
Hey, that's a good point, huh?
Fact.
That's a good point. The lightest person always a pro-blackest. Ain't that how it work?
Hey, black and black because I'm
Overcompensate.
black, y'all. I am. We had a whole
Oh, yeah, we did. We
Go watch
did.
the episode. Am I black enough?
Am I black?
Yeah.
That is, that's one of my favorite episodes. Yeah.
And the answer is yes. So, moral of the story
Wow.
was, do we
Do
have a moral of the
you?
story? Do you? Do you?
I ain't even mad. Hold on, real quick. I'm not even mad at Shorty for having that desire or that whatever. She just can't expect everybody to fulfill it. I don't think we gave her any props for that.
No, I'm not mad at the desire. I wasn't mad at the conversation, period.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at her thought process about it. I just brought it to conversation because of how he seemed to be crushed
Sure.
by what she was saying. Like, his whole personality changed.
But it also goes to the added pressures that are put on men that can be so erroneous in nature that it can ruin a good thing.
Sure.
True.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Erroneous expectation.
Erroneous expectations.
Erroneous.
Man.
Put it in your Googles and add it to your vocabulary.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And a lot of people are walking around in a erroneous world.
Running fool's errands.
Running fool's errands. I would have said, that sounds like a fool's errand. You trying to sign me up for, shorty.
I think that's actually a good topic that we could talk about.
Yeah.
Crippling expectations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The weight of expectation, you know what I'm saying, that's put on us, how we navigate it, live through it, etc. So I feel like that's something worth dissecting and talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all let us know.
Let's do it.
Hey, and this has been the Mainly D's Podcast, y'all. And as always, until next time, we out.